Hello everyone out there, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to sit down and take you along with me while I meal plan and kind of show you my process of how I meal plan for the week and grocery shop and all of that good stuff, and how we kind of stay organized when it comes to knowing what to cook through the week. So that's what today's video is all about. I have been meal planning for a few years now, and it has been a total game changer. It makes life so much easier because really the whole idea behind it is that you're able to know the ingredients that you need to have on hand for the week. It reduces overwhelm around mealtime and dinner time through the week, so that when 5 or 6 p.m. hits, you're not like, whoa, what do I cook for dinner? You have some ideas laid out. Helps to reduce food waste a little bit too, and it just makes grocery shopping easier. Did I mention that as well? It makes grocery shopping a lot more efficient as well, because you just know exactly what you need when you are there. If you're new here, my name is Megan. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist, and I make videos here on my channel on healthy, simple living. But if you're not new here, then that's cool too. Hello. So let's just kind of dive right in. So for me, meal planning is so not about having really rigid rules or following some strict plan and I have to eat this certain way on these certain days. Not like that at all. Very important to be flexible and, just definitely not about dieting here. Now, I will say that I don't necessarily cook homemade meals every single night. For the most part I do, but sometimes we might order in or go out or go over to family's house for dinner, that kind of thing. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm gonna dive in and kind of show you my process here. So normally my husband and I will meal plan on the weekend, and then we'll go grocery shopping on a Saturday or a Sunday. But to start, the very first thing that I do, honestly, it's not complicated. It does not need to be complicated. You can keep it super simple. I think it can maybe seem a little overwhelming, but it totally doesn't need to be, so don't even worry about it. I have my pen and paper here. I do like to write out my meal plans with pen and paper. It's just the way we do it over here. But the first thing that I like to do is I will title it meal plan at the top of the page. You can use a notebook, you can use pieces of paper, you could do it on your phone if you want to, you could do it on your computer, whatever works for you, totally up to you, but I just like good old pen and paper, super not fancy. And then what I do is I will write down 1 to 6. Because I'm gonna write out about 6 meals, but sometimes I might do 5 meals, depends again on if we know we're gonna be going somewhere for dinner one day. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna write out 6 meals. Sometimes it's handy to have an extra meal written out. And a little FYI, normally I'm just focusing on dinners, usually. You could, if you want to, write out a few ideas for lunch or for breakfast if you want to meal plan those. We tend to be a lot more flexible with those things and have things stocked up already that we can just fluidly choose what to have for those other meals and snacks. So normally I do just do meal planning for dinner, but sometimes I will write out a few little notes for maybe some snacks I want to make, or if there's something I want to bake for the week, that kind of thing, which I probably will do because I know that there is a yummy pumpkin banana loaf that I want to make next week, and I'm really excited about it. I'm just going to make a few little job points there for a couple things that I know I'm going to want to make. So that is that. Now we begin. This is where a couple of things come in handy. So first and foremost, I would say that my husband and I have a number of recipes. I have a bunch of recipes that I cook on repeat, or that we kind of rotate through the weeks, that I have memorized. And that just comes from from cooking experience. The more you cook, the more you just know how to whip things up or whatever, or you have your favorite meals that you just have on the top of your head. So a lot of times when I'm meal planning or when we're kind of brainstorming, they're just ones that's oh, this is one of our favorites, I'll write that down from the top of my head. Some of the ones that we do tend to do through the week are like a pasta dish. We love like a Mexican dish of some variety, maybe tacos or fajitas, or like a burrito bowl, maybe a type of soup or stew. Like these are just ones that we just kind of like know offhand and we'll often just write down. But the other thing that I like to do is I like to have a little recipe inventory, which I have here on my laptop, and that's why I have my laptop here. Basically, what I've done is, now you totally don't need to do this, like you don't need to, again, make this complicated. You can just take out like a pen and paper or like a little notebook and just basically write out what your favorite go-to meals are, like some of your favorites, your tried and true faves, and just like have a list of them. It basically just makes it so that when you're sitting down, you're not like brainstorming from scratch. It can just be a little reference guide for you of like, oh, here are some of my favorites, cool. Are there any of those ones that we are wanting to make for the coming week? So I do have that on my laptop. I just recently started using Notion. Have you ever heard of it? It's like an online organizational note-taking app, task management app. I used to use Evernote. Anyway, I switched over to Notion, mostly for a lot of my work stuff, but I also created a little recipe inventory on there. The other thing, though, that I will do when meal planning is go to different blogs that I love, like food bloggers. Some of my favorite food bloggers are the Minimalist Baker. She's great, love her recipes. We've tried many of her recipes, are some of our new favorites. Healthy Maven, Fit Foodie Finds is great. Nora Cooks I like, Well Plated by Erin. Who else? Downshiftology is great. Or I have some cookbooks here. This is Danielle Walker's Against All Grain. There's a few recipes in here that I love. Her Thai beef stew is delicious. And I just borrowed this cookbook from my sister-in-law. She recommended it to me. This is Simply Julia, 110 Easy Recipes for Healthy Comfort Food. So I just wanted to mention those things, kind of like where you source ideas from. Where do you even get ideas? Okay, let's continue on. So what I'm just going to do now is I am going to go through and create my meal plan, and I will let you know what I come up with for the week. Alrighty, so I have written out the meals for next week and a couple other random like lunchy or snacky ideas that I think I want to make. So here's what we are going to be making next week. Now these are in no particular order. I want to mention that too. It's very much like here's just a list of 1 to 6 meals, and then depending on the day we can kind of switch out like what we are feeling like eating the most on the list. So number 1, I've got tacos / quesadillas. The ingredients are largely the same for those, so depending on which one I'm feeling. I'm gonna do bean plus butternut squash tacos though, so they'll be vegetarian. My husband and I do like to do a few meatless meals during the week, so that's what that one will be. The next meal I have here is a green spaghetti, and we're gonna do that with salmon. My husband really likes fish. I don't like fish quite as much, but I do try to eat some salmon every so often. The green spaghetti recipe I got from this cookbook. It's basically like kind of like a pesto. It's got like spinach and kale and basil. So that'll be kind of nice. It's got like feta on top, so that's that one. The next meal I've got here is a chicken piccata. Our friend came over a month ago and made us chicken piccata. It was so good. It's like really simple. It's like, you know, lemon, garlic, capers, chicken with like a yummy garlicky lemony sauce. And since then I've recreated it with like olive oil and just basically I love it. So I'm gonna do some chicken piccata with rice and a green salad. I've been loving this green salad lately as a side with dinner. It has avocado, pumpkin seeds, some green onion. So I'm gonna do that. Next, I'm gonna do some Greek chicken and potatoes, something that I've also kind of made before, you know, lemon juice, oregano, just take some chicken breasts or chicken thighs and bake them in the oven with some potatoes. So I'm gonna do that with some garlic green beans. Next, I've got a tomato basil. I can't speak. Next, I have tomato basil pasta. This is a favorite of ours that I've made so many times. It's such an easy weeknight meal. It's just like a whole bunch of baby tomatoes, lots and lots of fresh basil, lots of garlic, and I'm gonna make turkey meatballs to go with that. And then the last meal I've written down is a chickpea curry. This is another favorite. We love Indian food is so good, and I love to do like a lentil or a chickpea curry. The recipe for that one's actually on my blog. So I'm gonna do that one night as well. And then I have a few other random things written out here just for like other, lunches or snacks and such that I wanna have for the week. I'm gonna make a pumpkin banana loaf this week that I have the recipe screenshotted on my phone. It was also something that my sister-in-law made. Butternut squash soup, really easy peasy to make. I have butternut squash in the freezer a lot of the time, and I can whip up a quick soup that's kind of nice to have for lunch. So I might make like a batch of that. And then I've written out some chia jam. I'm gonna do a batch of chia jam this week. Great on toast. Great with yogurt too. So that's that. That is my little meal plan for the week. Next, all I do is write out the groceries that we need for these meals. So the way that I write out my grocery list is I break it up into 3 little categories. So I do produce, cold, and dry. I know, very, very fancy. You could totally categorize this even more with like certain aisles in the grocery store if you want to like be even more organized, but this works for me. I'm just now going to go ahead and write out the groceries that we need for these meals. So this is kind of what my list looks like, my little meal plan and my grocery list on the bottom. And then I will tear this out and we'll take it with us when we go grocery shopping. I've also written down other things in the grocery list that we just generally need, like that we just generally stock up on, aside from like these specific meals. Like we always have bananas, we need more spinach. That is how I meal plan for the week. So, the more that you do this, the quicker you get at it, again, because the more you cook and such, the more you can just like memorize, your favorite recipes, like I said, but also like the ingredients for them. So a lot of times, like I'm not necessarily sitting down with like piles of cookbooks around me or, needing all this. Like sometimes we just sit on the couch and we're like just writing things down much quicker. So that is it for this portion of the video, but I will take you with me to the grocery store and do a little grocery haul for you as well when I head out there tomorrow. Okay everybody, I am back from the grocery store, so I'm just gonna do a quick little grocery haul to show you all the things that I got. There were a couple of things that I didn't end up needing to get from the store because we already had them on hand. Like we already had some frozen green beans, which was good. We had a big tub of hummus in the fridge, which I didn't need to get. So a couple of things like that, which is a good idea anyway. Before you head to the store, just like check to see if there's anything that you already have on hand. Okay, so here's what I got. Starting with some of the produce that I have here, I've got a few potatoes. This is gonna be for the Greek roasted potatoes that I'm gonna do in the oven one night. I got a few avocados. I like to have avocados on hand just for a variety of things, avocado toast, smoothies, that kind of thing, salads. Got lots of garlic. We go through tons and tons of garlic. We just eat a lot of it. So got a few of those. We were all out of garlic. Got some Ontario strawberries. I like to have some berries in the fridge at all times. I think we have some blueberries still in the fridge too, so that is good. Got a couple containers of fresh basil. This is gonna be for a couple of the recipes that I'm making. One of the pasta, actually 2 of the pasta dishes that I'm doing include lots of basil. I've got some more bananas. Now we already have a bunch of really ripe bananas, but that's okay because I'm gonna do some baking this week. I'm gonna make a banana pumpkin loaf. In here I have some bell peppers, Sean likes to make a salad at lunch, but also a lot of the times we will put bell peppers in stir fries that we make, that kind of thing. Got some baby spinach. This is also great for smoothies, but also Sean likes to use it for his salads at lunchtime too. So we always have some kind of leafy green, usually spinach, on hand. Also have a red leaf lettuce here. This is gonna be for one of the green salads I'm gonna make this week with dinner, but also really great with some like wraps at lunchtime. I wanna do a falafel wrap this week for lunch, so got some lettuce there. Got a big old cucumber. Sadie loves cucumber. She loves to gnaw on cucumber. Also avocado. She quite likes avocado as well. And I got a zucchini too, which was for also one of the recipes I'm gonna be making. I got a big variety pack of baby tomatoes. These are the tomatoes that I like to use when I do the tomato basil pasta that I'm making. I use the entire package and then they just sort of cook down really nicely with lots and lots of basil and garlic. We've got eggs. Got another container of eggs, always have eggs on hand. Got some almond milk. Got a bunch of little snack bars here. We like to have Lara bars on hand. This is one of our favorites. We got some meat. I got some chicken breast. There's some chicken cutlets in here for the chicken piccata that I'm gonna make. This one happened to be on sale, which was nice. There's some salmon and some ground turkey as well. Moving on, we've got some tortilla chips. These are one of our favorites. This is good with, you know, salsa, or if I want to do a guacamole, sometimes that's nice as a snack, or even, I mean, even hummus, you could do that too. Got here some cereal. This is the cereal that Sean actually likes. This is just Smart Brand, high fiber cereal. He really likes this one. He eats that in the morning with like fruit and that. This I got because I'm a 3-year-old and I really like these waffles. These are, I mean, it says Enviro Kids Penguin Party Waffles. Not gonna lie, I ate them last week and they were delicious. They're like a cinnamon waffle and they just have some like protein in them. There's some navy beans and like beans in the waffles. Anyway, they're just really yummy and I've been kind of wanting some waffles, so got those just for fun in the morning. I've had them with like some fruit and eggs and stuff. I got some more spaghetti noodles. We usually buy rice pasta. This is by Riceopia, so this is rice spaghetti, but we also often have like rice, like fusilli noodles and a variety of other pasta in the cupboard, which we do already have, but we need some more of this for this week. I got some bread. This I get from the freezer section by Silver Hills. This is their sprouted power. They have a couple different versions of their bread. Their sprouted breads. They were all out of the, I think it's the, I forget what it's called, 16 grain or something. So I went with the little squirrely bread. It's got sesame seeds in it. I also got a big bag of some rolled oats. I love to have oats on hand for all kinds of things. I'm almost all out of what I have in the cupboard. So these are just great for, you know, oatmeal, but also sometimes I'll bake with them or I'll blend them into an oat flour and that kind of thing. So I like to have those. Got some cheese, which we like. Got some yogurt. This is pretty high protein per serving yogurt. I really quite like Siggy's. This is just plain unsweetened yogurt. I've also got here some pumpkin puree because I'm gonna make a pumpkin banana loaf. So I got this. Now this is a really gigantic can. Often you don't find them in much smaller cans than this, which is okay because I will use up the puree in other types of recipes. I can make, you know, pancakes or muffins or something with them to use it up because this is a lot of pumpkin. It's literally just pumpkin. That's all that's in it. It's not like a pumpkin pie puree, it's just pumpkin. Alrighty, I got a can of tuna as well. This is just some skipjack tuna. Sometimes I just, you know, if I want to make a quick tuna sandwich or something at lunch, that's good. I got some coconut milk because I'm going to be doing a chickpea curry this week, although we do have a couple cans of coconut milk in the pantry, but I just wanted to grab another one. Also got these chopped tomatoes, which I use in the chickpea curry. And I also got some chickpeas, some canned chickpeas. That's for the chickpea curry. Although sometimes it's nice to have canned chickpeas on hand. I'll do like a chickpea salad. I got some pinto beans too. This is gonna be for the tacos that we have this week. I got an extra can. Now I do have lots of dried like lentils that I keep stocked up in the pantry. Some dried beans too, but I do often get like canned beans because they are pretty convenient. And then I also got some feta cheese because that's gonna go on top of the kind of green spaghetti that I'm doing with spinach and basil and that. I put everything away but then realized that I had a few more things in a bag to share. I Also got some falafels. I really like these ones for some falafel wraps during the week. They're also great as part of like a salad. Ginger root. This is for the chickpea curry that I'm going to be making. Also, I use a lot of ginger actually in different kinds of recipes. It's really great just with garlic. It makes just such a nice flavor profile. Also got some lemon juice as well, which I use also quite often. This is going to be for the Greek potatoes and chicken. Also some salad dressing I'm going to be making this week. I always like to have lemon juice on hand because it's just a very handy ingredient. And I got some more capers as well, which is for the chicken piccata. I also got some sparkling water as well. This is the one that we like. It's just lime sparkling water. Alrighty, so that is it for this video, how I meal plan, and a little grocery haul for you as well. Some of the things that we like to stock up on and just what I will be doing with some of these ingredients this week. But that is it. I've got my meal plan handy. What I like to do is just keep this like nearby in the kitchen. Make sure you don't lose it. Otherwise it'll be like midweek and you're like, oh no, what am I supposed to be cooking this week? And that is it. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this type of video, give this video a thumbs up. If you meal plan, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.